our next playwright, around the time that we were announcing the winners, we discovered, sadly, passed away. And on trying to discover a little bit more about Michael, I came across his LinkedIn profile. And I had a little look at his About Me section. And I'd just like to share that with you just now, because I think it's rather wonderful. Michael wrote, "Nothing expresses our humanness more than arts and culture. Nothing. I know arts education empowers kids. They're twice as likely to graduate from high school if they're exposed to some form of arts education. I know that creativity is the force behind innovation, as did legendary entrepreneurs like Steve Jobs and Elon Musk. I know the arts actively affect corporate decisions to move and locate to a particular city or not. And internationally, the arts are one of our largest exports and most sublime and beautiful soft powers. In the end, though, the arts are the purest expression of our humanity. We don't make art to make money, which I can attest to, certainly. We make art because we are human. And until discovered otherwise, no other thing in this universe has such an inclination. The arts aren't a luxury. The arts are who we are. It's been my lifelong impulse to find support systems for this industry because I make art too, and have seen its transformative power. Almost everyone makes art. Yes, some people write symphonies and some people edit videos of their kids. Some people draw in a notebook and others on the walls of cities. We are all artists and we are all arts lovers." And when I read that, I was just quite blown away by it. It just puts across how also I feel about theatre and the arts itself. We are now ready for Michael's play. Please put your hands together for Cougar by Michael Fenlason.
A cougar ate my girlfriend. This never fails to initiate laughter in others. It would go something like this.
Whatever happened to that girl Judy you were seeing? Anyway, she seemed nice.
She was eaten by a cougar.
Dude, that's hilarious. Next time a girl breaks up with me, that's what I'm gonna say to her.
No, really, she was the one that was in the paper. She was eaten by a cougar.
Seriously?
This has regrettably affected the mourning process. It was an embarrassment to her family, who as a people seem even disinclined to positive attention. She won a Darwin Award, given to people who suffer an embarrassing death, usually associated with natural causes. This award is decreed by the conservative Christian community for its celebration of the primogenitor of evolution, Charles Darwin, and, well, Alfred Russel Wallace, who never seems to be mentioned, possibly because he has too many names. This is, in part, why it was difficult to cry at her funeral and the male-centered household I was brought up in.
For the love of God, give me something!
And the difficulty some Northern Europeans have in expressing grief, except with suicide, which is common in Scandinavia, possibly due to seasonal affective disorder.
Sørensen.
But it's sunny here, where there are cougars. Judy and I first met at a conservancy preserve south of town. Well, not exactly met. Hi! Oh.
Shut up! Leave me the hell alone!
Can I help you with that?
I'll cut you! No! Leave me alone!
It seemed like love at first sight, though. I think that's a myth. People are attracted to symmetry, and Judy had symmetry. As in the poem by William Blake, The Tiger. Blake spells tiger with a Y. Why? I don't know. Tiger, tire, burning bright. Blake talks about fearful symmetry. Judy had fearful symmetry. People keep saying strange things to me.
After like the Donner Party, where all those people ate each other, well, they said people probably tasted like chicken. But I think with the obesity rate at 60%, Americans probably taste more like duck.
Viking funeral. SC. That way no one have to look at her. Vikings.
Were you surprised by the attack of your girlfriend by a cougar?
I didn't expect it, no.
Chupacabra!
I had to look up Chupacabra. The literal translation is goat sicker. No, she was eaten by an actual cougar.
Like dead and shit?
I understand the confusion. There are many names for cougars like mountain lion, jaguar, puma, or catamount. But a mountain lion's a computer operating system, a jaguar's a car, puma's a type of shoe. I think older women who sleep with younger men should be called a catamount.
At least you have closure.
I do? My friend Jeremy has impulse control problems. It's a funeral, Jeremy.
Best time.
In a church.
But seriously, dude, I think you have Asperger's.
Do you mean Asperger's syndrome? I heard it was pronounced Asperger, but that seems counterintuitive to me. It also sounds like a cologne.
Why do you keep twirling your hair?
For the man who doesn't understand social cues.
You have big feet.
Yeah, I guess I do.
Real big feet.
Or irony.
Oh, come on.
Asperger by Calvin Klein.
I don't have Asperger's.
No?
I was over-medicated as a child.
Oh God, give him something!
It's not that you don't understand social cues, Peter. Maybe people just aren't very good at giving them. I love you, my strange man.
Are we gonna have sex now?
Yes, Peter.
I loved her. I was going out with someone else when I met Judy. Well, until I met her. Her name was Amanda. She was very pretty. She had a tattoo of a lion on her upper buttocks because she was a Leo. She was spiritually orientated, which usually meant drumming in the desert near sundown.
I believe in food karma, you know?
I don't know what that means.
I believe you take on the soul karma of whatever you eat. Native Americans believe this also.
They do? All of them? There are 562 recognized tribes in North America.
All of them. They all believe.
I do think Native Americans might find the idea of karma very appealing.
It's food karma, Pete.
So, did you take on the karma of the arugula salads you had for lunch?
Yes. And this whiskey.
You have whiskey karma.
Yes.
Isn't that a hangover?
No.
I think Kyle would disagree.
Why do you keep bringing him up?
Well, he's your former boyfriend, right?
Yes, Pete. Former.
You spend a lot of time with your former boyfriend. It's counterintuitive.
You shouldn't worry about it. I wouldn't worry about it.
Okay.
It's just sexual.
What's just sexual?
Kyle and I, we're not getting back together. It's just sex.
You're right. I don't understand it.
I need an open relationship with my primary sexual partner.
Is that me?
We have an open relationship, Pete.
You do?
Yeah. I just stay open way later than you.
What does that mean?
Don't worry about it.
Okay.
I have the right to have sex with Wayne whenever this mood strikes.
Who's Wayne?
Doesn't matter.
Okay.
I don't love you anymore, Pete.
You never told me you loved me.
Oh. Who did I tell? Oh no.
I thought she was coming back, but she got into her Jeep, and after a 8-point turn, she left. So I decided to walk the trail anyway. Judy and I eventually met in much less difficult circumstances. We were both surprised when a white-tailed deer crossed our path. Nature's beauty and majesty gave us pause. And by pause, I mean a break in thinking, not the hands of mammals.
I want to work at the canyon, but I don't think these people really understand animals.
What is a chimichanga?
They're not really, truly environmentalists.
Well, I don't think they are. They're all wearing khaki.
Do you like animals more than people? Most people do.
I find it easier to. But then again, we are predisposed to like large-eyed, flat-faced beings. That's why we like our children.
Do you have children?
No, but I'd be predisposed to like them, which is good because people rarely like your children. I like all animals except cats. They seem to enjoy killing things.
That's their nature, though.
I guess. I'm sure sharks enjoy playing with their kill too, but they lack that sense of whimsy.
Animals are what people ought to be. Why can't we be faithful as dogs, proud as lions, or wise as an owl?
Are owls wise? Owl and Winnie the Pooh wasn't. He just had an accent. I think you mean anthropomorphizing.
What's the difference?
Well, one gives animals human-like characteristics, the other one gives human godlike characteristics.
I want to give animals godlike attributes. What do you call that?
Animism, I think. I know a lot of words, but none of them well.
I make love like an animal.
Okay.
The sea turtle lays her eggs in the sand and begins the slow march back to sea.
But you mean like another?
Have you slept with a woman before?
Yes.
You have.
You mean sexual intercourse, right?
I do.
Then yes.
Really?
Yes, really, in real life.
I'm a little surprised.
I was too.
Was it?
A woman named Amanda.
Oh, your ex-girlfriend.
Yes, her.
People have a lot of exes, I guess, at a certain age.
I have one. I'm 28.
Now you have a current girlfriend.
I do?
Do you think of Amanda because that would irritate your current girlfriend?
No.
Why?
I try to avoid unpleasant things.
You hate her?
No.
You love her?
No.
Is she hot?
She looked very nice naked.
Oh.
Not exceptionally, though. I think with the exception of professional photography, most people look odd when they're naked.
Do you want to know what I look like naked?
I do.
Really?
I believe so, very much.
I'll show you.
I'm glad.
You're a strange man, Peter.
I feel like I'm average.
No.
I was over-medicated as a child.
Why?
I was diagnosed as hyperactive, obsessive-compulsive, and had attention deficit disorder. It is possible, though, that I was just a young boy.
You seem really focused and calm.
Oh, I'm not at all. I think a lot about what things mean.
You have a beautiful face.
I've never seen it.
Oh,
Oh, yes, then.
For the love of God, give him something!
I want to buy a gun.
Why?
I'm gonna kill the cougar.
Peter. Best idea you ever had.
I have to buy a gun.
How does the human heart handle all that sadness? You're a broken man. You've fallen in love precisely once, and the great love of your life was literally eaten alive by a large killer feline. An excruciating death.
Excruciating means beyond the heart.
No, it means beyond the cross. Different.
They're virtually the... What are you saying?
I'm saying seriously.
Oh.
Seriously. Every gesture, every smile, every secret moment is profoundly lost. What once was has become a constant never. How do you handle that?
I try to avoid unpleasant things. How should one live one's life? It's a philosophical question. Consequentialism. Is it better to live with good intentions or a good result? We may have good intentions all the time, but we don't know how those will play out. I don't know why philosophers ask questions like that. We don't know how things will turn out. We just have to try and do the best we can. But it troubles me. It's like, for example, say you wanted to save the Mexican wolf, and you were highly successful, and the Mexican wolf was no longer endangered, but it started attacking cattle and people and Mexicans. Or, the flip side. What if you wanted to kill the Mexican wolf, and you set cruel traps, but the cruel traps only caught vermin carrying hantavirus, inadvertently saving thousands of lives? Which is better? Well, in this case, obviously the second. It's like the philosopher Jeremy Bentham says, is the way to live the way that gives people the most pleasure for the longest amount of time. Bentham's body's still at the University of London. It's been mummified. People steal it, hide it, play practical jokes with it. They've been doing this for 200 years. Bentham's body has given people a great deal of pleasure for a very long time. Pig orgasms last 30 minutes, but I doubt they're as good as ours.
Why do you even ask these questions? Don't philosophers ever talk about sex? Or sports, or gambling, or...
Nietzsche said, is there any worse fate than falling in the arms of a lustful woman?
That's stupid. Of course there is. Falling from a great height into the arms of a lustful woman.
True. But I showed Judy the article anyway. That's why she went to the canyon to protest. I wanted to do a good thing. She wanted to do a good thing. It was an example of consequentialism. I wanted to tell you something.
What?
I love you.
I love you.
And game and fish are going to kill the mountain lion in Sabino Canyon.
The hell they are?
I read it in the paper.
Blake's bullshit.
You scare me when you swear a lot.
It's bullshit, Peter.
Well, they are starting some sort of protest. PETA, the People for the Ethical Treatment of Animals, want to blow up the people who want to kill the cougars.
I'll call them. Oh, I'll go out there. I'll be a human shield to the mountain lions.
Well, I don't want you to get shot by game and fish.
I won't.
I think it would be sad.
They can't shoot the mountain lions if I'm standing in the way.
Maybe they can.
They can't.
Well, it's true that mountain lions are dangerous.
They're just big kittens.
They are, but kittens are at least, to random bits of string and sock puppets, very dangerous.
Sock puppets?
Yes. My kitten, when I was very young, Mr. Sassy Boots, destroyed all the sock puppets we had.
Mr. Sassy Boots?
Yes.
Can I call you Mr. Sassy Boots?
He was struck by a car and died.
But it's a cute name for you.
I don't wear boots.
You could. And then they would be sassy.
It's not very efficient, Judy. My name, Peter, has 2 syllables. Mr. Sassy Boots has 5. As a pet name, and I know it was my pet's name, it's not very efficient. It's like those people who say www instead of World Wide Web. 9 syllables against 3.
I think we should have sex and call PETA.
About having sex?
I want to have sex with you now.
That's very nice of you.
I'll enjoy it, I think.
Well, that's very nice, thank you.
My pleasure.
Thank you.
You're so strange, Peter.
I really love you.
What does that mean for you?
I don't ever want to be without you.
You won't be.
She lied about that. How do people know? I think it's a religious question whether you can love someone forever, because given the parameters of mortality in modern society, I don't think it's true. So now, maybe if I killed the cougars, something Judy wouldn't like. She really wouldn't like it. Anyway, maybe if I killed the cougar, I could fall on the right side of consequentialism. I got water, binoculars, a big can of Slim Jim's jerky, and my new gun. I might be there all night. I didn't know. I fell asleep, despite the large rock I was leaning against. I had this great dream, though, that I could fly. I love those dreams, and I feel like my unconscious mind could make me perfectly happy if it would just give me them once in a while. Then I'm standing near a burnt-up forest, and Judy's there, and I'm so happy. Although a little mad when it occurs to me she might have faked her death. Then we kissed, held each other, and, well, nothing in life prepares you for meeting a cougar at night in rough terrain, except perhaps doing it many times before. This was my first. I was half asleep, sitting on my gun and holding on to a can of meat. I have to kill you, cougar. I had to kill you for killing Judy. You must be the cougar that killed Judy. I heard that once you have a taste for human flesh, you...
That's actually not true.
What?
We don't develop a taste for your kind. It's catch as catch can with us.
You can understand me?
Well, sort of.
I mean, you hear what I'm saying and you get the meaning.
For the most part, and yes, I did eat a female here a long time ago. It's been 12 days. Get over it.
We have different perceptions of time, and I have to kill you.
I'm sketchy on the usefulness of revenge.
You killed Judy.
That's right. You give things names.
Well, I didn't name her.
That argues in your favor.
I know you're trying to find a point of attack.
That's the thing about us. We are known, if not named, and we are the sum of our behaviors. And we're predictable.
Why did you kill her? Why?
I was hungry.
Is that all you can say for yourself?
Well, it seems in a moral sense eminently defensible.
I loved her.
I don't know what that is, but there are a lot of you. And in terms of territory and the territory I live in, it seems only appropriate that I thin your herd a little. I prefer deer.
That's almost hurtful.
They're good.
I'm going to shoot you with this gun.
I'm sorry, what?
I'm going to shoot you with this gun.
I don't know the word gun.
I'm gonna kill you.
I don't think you should do that. Kill me, that is.
Why?
I wouldn't like it.
Aren't you trying to kill me?
Well, that's hardly the point.
Of course it is.
But for food.
I'm going to kill you for love.
I don't see how you can without defining your terms. And for that matter, I can't see what advantages you have. I'm strong and fast.
With my gun.
That's gun? I thought that was a rock, and you were calling it gun. I found it kind of funny how you were threatening me with it.
And love is when you care for something more than anything in the world.
I hear you all talk about love. Love and food and God, whatever that is. And the heat. And sometimes you all stop and talk at a plant and make strange noises, particularly if it has any color to it. You talk about sex and you bitterly complain about things, something called work or job.
Of course we do, because we complain about things.
Oh, you don't seem particularly efficient at it. You know, and we think about things too, only important ones.
What's more important than love?
I don't know, because I don't know what that is.
Right, I'll try to explain it, but then I'll still have to kill you.
That's fair.
So, love. Well, there's this man named Sigmund Freud.
Is that going to be a long story?
No. So Freud believed that everybody acts entirely on their own behalf. In his book, Civilizations and Its Discontents, he casually mentions that the only time people don't do this is when they love someone else. When you love someone else, you act entirely on their own behalf as well.
It seems a little hidebound to me.
Well, it's very important in our culture and to humanity at large.
Were you a successful man?
I was, until you ate my girlfriend.
I can see why that would make you bitter.
We have a number of important but conceivably vague ideas that we feel very strongly about. Love, money, traffic, God.
Ah, the female talks about God. And I was going to ask her what it meant, but then I broke her neck. What was that?
The gun.
Maybe you can kill me with that. Cougars are like you in only a few ways. An important one is that we fear what we don't understand, like this revenge, or love, or God.
I'm sorry.
What is this?
I shot you with the gun and you're probably going to die.
That's gun? Gun then? Is that what she was saying? Help me, gun.
No, she was probably saying God. You were right about that. We always talk about God in times of crisis, which doesn't seem fair somehow.
Fair to whom? What is God? What is it?
The creator of everything. He is everything. He is well, you probably don't want to hear this right now.
He is impermanence.
I left the cougar there and was surprised at how empty the feeling of revenge became. Despite her being a large killer feline, I think she would have found this consequence predictable, if not interesting. It was very dark walking back to my car, and I stumbled into a jumping cholla. The spines of the cactus really hurt. And then when I got back to the trash cans and abutments of the trailhead, I noticed that my car had received a ticket for overnight parking. It's intensely quiet in the dark, in nature, though these things go on. Animal on animal violence. Well, people are violent too, but we talk about it, we explain it. I think too much. And then I thought, maybe the cougar would have a friend who would want to kill me for this, which propel me to wipe my prints from the gun. And then I remembered. She said she didn't understand any of it, including love. I was pretty sure I loved Judy. And so I was pretty sure I had to do this. Even if I try to avoid unpleasant things, and the last few minutes were very disquieting. Now I had nothing better to do than wait for something good to happen.